This is a drive-through from the Torrumbarry Weir to the Gunbower boat ramp. Firstly, the Torrumbarry Weir Holiday Park has fuel, ice, limited food supplies, snacks and limited drinks. The Torrumbarry Weir has a flushing toilet which is close by for those who want to use nice clean amenities. So the first part of this video is driving through the river track, and the second part of the video is walking around the Master's Landing Lodge. Currently we are on the river track, and the Torrumbarry Weir Holiday Park is to the right hand side of us. During the filming of this, the track was fairly dry, however it did have some holes and some ruts. As it was dry, it wasn't too difficult, however when it's wet this does get slippery and a little difficult to drive through. This section is mostly for boating people. If we were to go to the right hand side or to the other side of the weir, that's more for your speedboats, and I kind of liken it to one side is a relaxed quiet area and the other side's a party area. This was filmed just before Christmas, so you can see how dry it is. Now we did see a few kangaroos around here on some days, so just be a little warning for that if you have a puppy dog or two. And straight ahead of us is a sand dune. There are some tracks that go up the sand dune. We have not tackled the sand dune as yet. However, there are tracks that lead up to the sand dune. And there is an abundance of tracks that are through this area, either on the Gunbower National Park side or the Murray River Reserve side. So the Murray River Reserve is on the right hand side, and this is dog friendly and fires are permitted, and generally on the left hand side is the Gunbower National Park. There are 3 bends in this section. The first one is a Baldwin bend. The second one is a Broken River bend. And the third one is Worthy Bend. Here we are coming up to Baldwin Bend. We didn't spend as much time driving through this little section. It was quite, one side of it, there was 2 sort of sections to it. One side was full of a lot of shrubs. The other side might not be, but the track was difficult to navigate through. It had been driven in the wet and was quite rutted and quite a little bit difficult to get through. So I just skirted around the river track here and jumping back on. The section from the weir to the boat ramp takes approximately 15 minutes to drive through. We camped at the Broken River Bend, and according to one of the locals it was the most popular little area to camp in, or the best area to camp in. And it was a lot of people, out of all the areas there was a lot more people camped in that section than any other section. And we've stayed at Worthy Bend before. I've also done a drive-through of Worthy Bend, so I'll leave a link up for you to have a look at that also. And as we get towards the end, I've also done a review, a walkthrough on the Master's Landing camping area. So look out for a link to that as well. The Master's Landing camping area has a drop blue. Now we did go in there and it was not very pleasant. That's not to say that it's always like that, but it was not very pleasant. So the track at times goes very, very close to the river. And at the time of filming this, the river was higher than normal. However, during the time that we were there, it had dropped a little also. The track does have good access for a camper trailer, obviously a 4-wheel drive. 2-wheel drives also use it, and this area is a popular little area for motorbikes as well. So we did see a few dirt bikes, especially at night. And there was a few during the day also. And people did bring through caravans as well, so you can navigate through with a caravan. Some little camping spots are closer to the river than others. It all depends on your preference of where you want to camp. And I think in this little area, it's close enough to the Torrumbarry Weir holiday park if you want to go there and get any supplies. It's also close by to Gunbower if you'd like to collect any supplies from there. And we also found that Kahuna was not far up the road, and obviously it's not that long a drive from Echuca either if you want to go into Echuca and pick up the bulk of your supplies. Be warned though that on long weekends and holidays, Echuca is extremely busy. Okay, we're approaching the Gunbower boat ramp, which is the end of the little bit of the track that we're doing. The river track does go all the way to Kundrik, however. This part of the track does come inland a fair bit from the river, so if you want to get closer to the river, you've got to drive in a little bit. And there is some camping areas up along here as well, quite close to the boat ramp. And there's a little track that you can drive along that follows the river and goes back towards Master's Landing camping area. So we'll get to the boat ramp and then we're going to backtrack in speed. Back to the Master's Landing Lodge, where we'll do a quick little walk around. So here we come back onto the main road and the boat ramp's directly in front of us. We'll come up to it just about now. So depending on the water level, this could be higher or lower. It's a little bit steep. And we'll head back to the Master's Landing Lodge. Here's some information here on the Gunbower National Park. See if you can pause it if you want to read it. So we've got the map. It's got a UI here. And then it's got all the activities. Okay, now this is Master's Landing Lodge. I wasn't able to, or it didn't look like you could go into the area. There's a couple of faded signs here of the owners, original owners. Yeah, but there was no access into the actual lodge area. It was all fenced off. I thought I'd do the right thing and stay out. So that's a little lodge there. And now don't forget to give us a big thumbs up for the video. We really enjoyed it. We enjoyed our time there. We enjoyed driving up and down the river track and checking out the lodge. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell. It does let you know that there's a new video out. We'll finish up with a little look at Christmas Snowflake.